A lot of what I do has its roots in traditional Chinese medicine. What I practice is actually called biological medicine, and it involves marrying the philosophies of homeopathy and traditional Chinese medicine. So we thought it would be interesting to talk about the organs and what emotions are related to those organs. Because in Chinese medicine, you've got all kinds of relationships. And so I'm going to read it off my phone so I don't miss anything. But first of all, the wood element has to do with the liver and the gallbladder. And the emotion associated there is anger and irritability. So when your liver gets congested and out of balance, it's very common that people will have a short fuse. I've talked about this in my video that talks about how to do a cleanse for your liver, and you can see that on YouTube. It's my liver cleanse video. It's a lovely cleanse. I've used it forever. So if you find that the case for you, there's also a clock that relates to the different organs and systems when these meridians are most active. And for the liver, it's 1 to 3 in the morning. So if you wake up in the night, tossing and turning at 1 o'clock, it takes you a long time. Finally, you get back to sleep at 3. You might want to look at that liver. Okay, the next is the fire element. And so that is the heart and the small intestine. And the emotion associated with the heart is happiness. And the sound associated with that fire element is laughter. So you can actually bring healing to your heart with promoting laughter, having fun, just feeling happy, which is very cool. So the next element is called the earth element, and that one is the stomach and spleen. And the emotion associated with that is pensiveness. And pensiveness is when you're just in very deep thought, very serious thought. So if you find yourself, stuck there, then you might look at that earth element and are you out of balance in that area? The sound associated with that element is song. So singing is actually healing to that earth element. All right, next we have the metal element. The metal element is your lung and large intestine meridians. And the emotion associated with that is sadness or grief. And when someone is going through a very sad, grief-stricken time, there's a beautiful homeopathic remedy called Ignatia, Ignatia, that can be very helpful in moving through that kind of experience. Because that, folks, that's what we want to do. Life is going to throw things at us that sometimes put us into grief. And it's important to move through that grief and not dull or block. Talk to your friends and family, do things that nourish you. I was just at a funeral 2 days ago of a family friend. And so, this is kind of fresh on my mind too. It's so common that in times of grief, we medicate, but you wanted something like a remedy like Ignatia can actually help you move through, as can family and friends. All right, the final element is the water element, and that is the kidney and bladder meridian. And the emotion associated with that is fear. So when one is stuck in fear, just fearful of every little thing, that kidney bladder meridian needs some support. And the kidney meridian, interestingly, is the source of your vitality in Chinese medicine. So you really want to protect and support that element. And it is called the water element. Water tends to be very healing. So yes, drinking water is important for your kidneys, but also take a trip and sit by the lake, or, I like to kayak on a lake, or go sit by the pool, or sit by a creek or a river. Water is very healing to that kidney energy.